Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Orange for 22 here, and today I got a mod review, and this mod is called Wizardry. We used this mod in Fairy Tail Origins, and I was looking at some tutorials on YouTube, and there was none in English, so here I am. Now let's get started. First things first, like most magic mods, we need a book. Now, to obtain the magical book in this mod pack, we need to get a regular book, and we need to find any mana pool. Now, basically, all we have to do, since we have our book and the mana pool, we just throw the book right into the mana pool. And wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Boom! And a whole bunch of very cool particle effects go flying in the air, and we grab that. And fun, cool fact about the mana pool is that makes you fly, or it actually makes you levitate. So let's test it out over here. So let's just say you're swimming, and all of a sudden you got drifted into a mana pool. It actually gives you a pretty cool, I guess, flying effect. Now that we got our book, we can now take a look to see what's inside. So we got two tabs. We got basics and mobs. Basics basically tell you, well, the basics: the mana, the wisdom, spell forging, mana shaping, and basically all the stuff in the mod. And there's also mobs, which basically tells you everything you need to know about the mobs. And there's only 3, but the owner says that he's adding more. Now, since we are at the pool, there's also some other things that we could do here, like a block called wisdom wood. To gain this type of wood, you take any wood, like so. So we got spruce wood, and you throw it into the mana pool. Now we got, oh wait, no, I picked it back, but it already has formed. You know what? Let's you do that again, because I'm pretty sure there's a cool effect that, like, or it just does it automatically. Serious thing. But since we got the wisdom wood, I guess, oh wow, would you look at this random looking place that's full of wisdom wood, like a wisdom wood door, like so. There's also a wisdom wood trap door, fence, leaves, which I'm pretty sure if you just throw the leaves in there, yeah, that should work. There's also planks, slabs, stairs, trap doors, no, not trap doors, gate fences. There's also pigmented planks, which is interesting. So let's head back over here. There's also some other cool stuff that we could use at the mana pool. For example, if you take a glass orb, like so, and if you throw it into the mana pool, it'll actually transform that glass orb into a mana orb. And again, it'll also give you the ability to fly for a little bit, which is very annoying, or it could be annoying. Now, these mana orbs are used for altars, and though they are very important, so you guys are going to want to make as much of those as you possibly can. Now, there's also another way to use not only the glass orb, but the mana pool. So if you go into another mana pool, and if you throw a gold nugget into the mana pool, let it take some time. It's gonna do some effects. It's gonna make like this white liquidy substance that is actually very important. Because if you throw a glass orb in there, it's going to take a while. I think. Did it work? Yes. Oh, I'm flying. I'm flying. I'm flying. I don't like to fly. It's going to make a waste necro pearl. Oh wait, no, I messed up. Never mind. I need to let it sit there for a bit. So, if you throw a glass orb in there, yeah, I didn't let it sit there. But basically, it's going to make a necro pearl, which you guys can see it. I think I actually don't know when it should be done. Let me check. You done? All right, yeah. So there we go. We got a wait. It's flawed. Oh no. Okay, so basically, I guess just let it sit there for like a minute or so in that liquid, and it should turn into a necro pearl. Now, these necro pearls are very important because these are used in every single spell, so you guys are going to want to make a whole bunch of these. You can use the pool for one more thing, and that is to make a mana battery. Now, to make one, you need a diamond, some soul sand, and a devil's dust. Now, what is devil dust, you might say? Well, it's an item used to craft spells. To obtain such an item, you need two things. You need fire, and you need redstone. Now, I'm just going to use flint and steel. It doesn't have to be flint and steel. I'm pretty sure you could use any type of fire. But anyways, you just throw redstone in there, and it's going to give off these really cool particle effects. And I guess we're just going to let it sit here. And I'm pretty sure it should be done, but I don't want to jinx it. Oh, okay, it's done. it shot out. So we got Devil's Dust. Now, if you go to a 3x3 mana pool, and it has to be 3x3, and if you take Soul Sand, like I said, Diamond, like I said, and the Devil Dust, and if you throw all three of them in there, ooh, it's going to give off a lot of particle effects, and boom, it explodes, and the explosion is actually a lot bigger than the one of the book. But at the bottom of the pool, there's a mana battery. Now, like I said, the mana battery is used as one of the altars. Now, there are two structures in the mod pack. One is a crafting plate. The crafting plate is used to actually craft your spells, and the mana battery. The mana battery powers the crafting plate. Now, the reason why there are so many mana orbs in here is because you're going to need a lot of mana orbs to actually get this thing to work. Now, basically all you do is just put both of these guys down, and you guys will see that there's these red blinking lights. Now, these red blinking lights are basically the indicator telling you where to put the blocks. Now, if you go into your book, you guys can see there's like recipes on the altars, and it actually will show you all the materials. But since I'm in creative and I don't feel like building the entire thing, if I shift right click on both of these, it will automatically build for me. Now, there's these weird looking holder things. Now, if you take the mana orbs and actually throw them all in here, you can hear them breaking. They're supposed to break. It gives us this like cool kind of like watery kind of fountain effect, I'd say. And that means, if I right click this, it kind of gives off that aura. That means that that mana battery is powered. Now we're going to have to do the exact same over here. And it's going to fill up, and even the mana battery, you can see, is filling up all the mana pearls, which is, it's a pretty cool effect. So now I'm pretty sure this is powered up, so we're ready to make some spells. And let's get right into the spell making. So like I said, if you stand in the water, it makes you fly. Oh wow, would you look at that? Would you look how coincidental this was. Now, to make spells, the first thing and the most essential thing that you guys are going to need is this magician's workbench. We can just throw that over the edge. The crafting recipe is 3 slabs, 2 planks, and a book. Now, over here we got what kind of spell projectile you want. So it could be a beam, could be an arc, could be a self, could be a touch, could be a zone, or it could be a projectile. I want to make a beam because beams are cool. Now over here we have the actual spells themselves, so reinforcements, low gravity, a whole bunch of spells, but I'm going to make a lightning spell. Now over here, this is basically the utility section, so do you want your spell to be an on-block collision or an on-entity collision? I want my spell to be an on-entity collision. Now this step is kind of important, but not really important. Actually, you know what, yeah, it's pretty important. So basically you're going to want to take the beam, hold right click, and drag it over to your red spell. You know what, yeah, I'm just going to call the blue spells the blue spells, the red spells the red spells. And you're going to take the red spell and drag it all the way over to your utility. So now that they're all connected, and you can actually click on the red and blue spells, and you can actually give them some more strengths, some more, I guess, ability power. So you can increase the range, give the range 3, maybe increase the power, go over to lightning, increase the power, increase the range, stuff like that. You guys can get really in depth, and I'm pretty sure you can also do some other cool effects here. Oh no, okay, yeah, no, I was wrong. So Okay, yeah, no, I was wrong. Now, I don't really feel like making that big of a spell because it's going to take me a long time. So I'm just going to make a regular lightning spell. There we go. And save. Now, it saves into your book, so there's actually no spell, like, paper thingy that they have in a magic mod pack like Ars Magica, let's say. So, to basically see how to craft the spell, you take your guidebook and you'll see that there's a new tab called Spell Recipe. It'll actually show you how to craft the spell. So you need a unicorn horn, an ice, an apple, a devil dust, and a pearl. So we already got the pearl. We need a unicorn horn, devil's dust. I believe it said apple and ice, which is weird for lightning. Oh, wait, no. Ice. Now this is actually kind of important. It makes sense though. You need to actually throw in all the items as so. If you mess up one item, you're gonna have to restart. So let's just double check to see all the items are good. So basically now all you're gonna want to do is go to your crafting plate, and you're gonna want to right click them in, and they're gonna like kind of float around, which is also pretty cool. So you're just gonna want to right click them all in there, and this part's actually really cool. It'll shoot out all the items, and you can see that they're all kind of like flying around, zipping around, and it's actually drawing power from not only the mana battery, you can see here, but it's drawing it into the altar. And wow, okay, was not expecting that big of an explosion. Oh, and apparently I'm flying again. Yeah. So now we got this pearl stone looking thing. So if you guys see, this is the beam lightning on entity collision. Now what can you do with this? There's two ways to cast your spell. The easiest way is to put it into a pearl holder, like is this thing not working? Why you no work? Did I grab the right thing? Yeah, pearl holder. Better be. Okay, yeah, there we go. For some reason it wasn't working. But you put it into the pearl holder, and it's actually gonna have like a floating cool effect. And if you take a mana magnet and stick it in any direction, it'll actually shoot the blast of the pearl in that direction. It's not really too useful, but it's just like, I don't know, it's just one of the ways to cast the spell. Another way, and the way that pretty much everyone's going to use, is to craft it using a staff, like these two staffs that I got in these item frames. To craft the staff, you need one wisdom plank, like so, three gold nuggets, sorry, like so, and you got yourself a staff. Now let's just actually craft it. So you stick the wisdom wood in there, 2 gold nuggets, and boom, we got the staff. Now to get the pearl, your actual spell, onto the staff, you basically just put it into the crafting recipe, and boom, there you go. Now you can't cast it, as you guys can see. I'm right clicking, left clicking, nothing's working. That's because you guys need mana. Now to obtain mana, this is kind of funny, but yeah. To obtain mana, you guys are going to need a cape and some halos, like so. Now to actually wear them, you need baubles. So if I go into the baubles menu, I can put on the cape, which looks really stylish, I will say so myself. The cape looks really well done and really cool. Now to actually use the magic, and this is the only way to use the magic, trust me, I've asked the admins and the mods and such, the only way to actually gain mana is to put on one of these halos. And you guys can see at the bottom right of my screen, you guys will see that there is 2 bars. There's a burnout bar and a mana bar. Now to actually gain more mana, because since I'm using the crude halo only gains mana from these needles. You have to inject yourself with the actual mana, and you guys will see my mana jumped up. And if I do it again, it'll jump up some more. Yeah, jumped up some more. Now since I got my mana, I could then right click and use my spell. Use the lightning spell, which is pretty cool. And you guys will see the more I use the spell, the lower my mana goes, but it increases my burnout. I'm just gonna use up all my mana, or actually no, that's fine. Now there's that halo, the crude halo. Like I said, you need to inject yourself with mana in order for you to use it. There's another halo, which is called the regular halo, which doesn't look as dumb as the other one. It actually kind of has that cool effect, and the purpose of this halo is that it'll actually regain your mana over time, so you don't need to inject yourself with mana needles or so. And then there's also a third halo, which is a creative mode halo, which I think it basically, yeah, you can use it forever. So yeah, that's basically the only ways that you can craft. Now, I'm pretty sure there is a new version of the mod coming out soon. What's the purpose of the cape, you may say? Well, the purpose of the cape is for you to wear all the time. Never take the cape off, because what the cape does is very useful. Basically, every time you use your mana, the cape will gain more wisdom. What this means is that once the cape reaches a certain level, it will actually reduce the mana cost of your spell, and it will actually do more damage every time you cast a spell. So if I have my cape on for a very long time, it will increase the damage my spell does, and it also reduces the mana cost my spell does, which is pretty cool. Now the last thing we need to explore in this mod pack, or in the mod, is, let's just jump in the hole and I'll show you. So basically what you need is that you need to jump in a hole that is 100 and I believe 40 blocks high. And as you guys can see, it has to be on obsidian. If it is not on obsidian, you guys will not spawn in this world. And here we are. We're in the underworld. So basically, the importance of the underworld is this is where unicorns are. Now, why do you need unicorns? Well, unicorns is what we used to make this spell. So if you guys want to make some spells, you guys will need unicorn horns. Now, I don't really see any unicorns anywhere. Let's see if we can find a unicorn. Unless I'm on passive, which I think I may actually be on passive. Or, yeah, peaceful. Alright, let's go to easy. Is there any unicorns? You know what? I'm gonna spawn in some unicorns. Oh? Is there no unicorn spawning? Interesting. So I can't spawn in unicorns. Oh my god, what is that? Oh, okay, yeah, there we go. So a unicorn just suffocated right there. But it dropped the unicorn horn, which is what we needed. So yeah, I guess that's it. Hopefully this mod review has taught you guys something about the mod. This is actually a really easy mod, but it will be updated very soon, the mod creators said. So expect maybe another review on this mod. If you guys have any questions at all, make sure to comment down below. If you guys want to download the mod, it's all down below. But anyways, make sure you guys check out Fairy Tail Episode 1. Posted the episode yesterday. Pretty hyped for that series. We use this mod in that series, and I'm definitely going to go into it because it seems pretty easy but pretty hard at the same time. But anyways, make sure you guys all leave a like, comment down below what you guys think, and peace.